Hey everyone, today we're back in the custom pack, and this update is so awesome. Today we are focused on the one, the only, the Blue Footed Booby. Spend 4 trumpets, give nearest friend behind permanent melon slice. The melon slice is kind of similar to, I would say, the lemon. Obviously it absorbs a little bit more, but as you level up the Blue Footed Booby, it can do twice and thrice. So I wanted to basically just test it almost standalone, but also in a way that, I don't know, just kind of maximizes the melon slices and just basically only uses those as equipment. And if you've watched my runs before, this kind of works out perfect because I don't use equipment for the most part until the end of my run or until the equipment is absolutely necessary for the build. I typically like to just push the limits of the pets I'm using, the synergy, and scaling. I usually choose scaling over buying equipment, trying to get ahead of the curve. So that's what I'm going to do today. Obviously, using a protective equipment like the melon slice, scaling makes sense. So this main run here is actually like one of the most fun runs I've had in a long time. And I've had a run using this scaling method recently as the dromedary comes in. Spoiler alert. Not sure if I would have put something in the title or thumbnail about the scaling method used just because I had a video recently about it. And that video actually did really well. It's the polar bear icebox. Shout out Broken Bench. He made a freezer for the thumbnail, and I attribute that video doing really well to that thumbnail or that freezer. So I bring in a Platybalodon at the beginning. Start a battle, gain 1 trumpet for each roll. So I knew I needed a way to generate trumpets, preferably at the start of battle. So this pet works out perfect. If I can get it level 2, that means I only need 2 rolls to get the 4 trumpets needed for the Blue Footed Booby melon slice. You see here, I do something kind of interesting. I take some giraffes instead of the beta fish. I don't know, kind of weird. I'm just kind of hoping for level ups though. And all 5 hearts remaining on turn 7 here, it's kind of perfect. So I figure, okay, we can take the flashlight and just roll for more level ups. And I decide to take the pill, take the monkey. So like I said, just kind of min-maxing the scaling a little bit here and there. But this run, yeah, it's not a monkey scaling run. We do a little bit of monkey scaling. It's turn 7, turn 8 now, so we can get the Blue Footed Booby. Did not find anything in those rolls. So it's funny how this run works out because we're building the team pretty late. Usually turn 5 you want to go for the early level ups. I had multiple tier 4s that I was usually running on this team. And Skunk is a great unit, so of course just going to bring the Skunk in. Going to immediately buff the Skunk to try to match. And look at this. I skipped the roll on the tier 6 with my level 2 polar bear. Because what was it? A Ketz and an alpaca. And in a panic, I freeze a tier 3. So quite unfortunate. Our level 2 polar bear, we freeze a tier 3. It's a tier 3 that can generate trumpets. So I'm not too disappointed. But there's another polar bear. That feels good. So the monkey goes. Double polar bear, we need something, and a Nyala shows up. So not really what I wanted as well, but I'll take it. Nyala's very strong, and it's just more trumpets. And 1 HP win. So the scaling is actually working. And I could have frozen this Nyala for a bit more, but I have 3 rolls to get something. And luckily, I get the Blue Footed Booby. So now we're going to get double level 2 polar bear scaling on it. We're going to get another flashlight on the Platybalodon because I might polar bear scale another Nyala or Skunk, considering I have the double level 2s. Wasn't sure at this point exactly what was going to happen. All I knew is I wanted to get the Blue Footed Booby in, and I wanted to start getting levels and getting the equipment going. So the goal is to get the melon slice, obviously. So combined for level 3, it comes in. And the great part is, 2 chocolates, immediate level 2. And as long as I go front Niala here, freezing the skunk. So it kind of all works out. Skunk's the lowest stat. And yeah, front Niala guarantees we're going to have the trumpets to get the equipment. And level 2 melon slice gets the 2 triggers. Blocks the snipe from the porcupine, so that was pretty cool. Immediately showed effectiveness. And there it is. Now we have it permanently. And you see on the very bottom there, triggers left 2. So I figured now we can go for it on the skunk. Or if we happen to get 4 rolls, I can use it on the Niala. So it's kind of nice having 2 trumpet generators when I'm trying to get this equipment going. And there's another Niala, so I figure, okay, you know what? The main goal here is to get the equipment on everything. I did 4 rolls, so I can get it on this one. And then I can put this Niala, or keep this Niala in the front and use it to put a melon slice on the other Niala that I maybe bring in if I don't stack it. Don't quite remember what I did. Oh, going for level 3. Okay, it's on. And wow, there's a crow. Skip the crow. Skip all of it. Going for greatness, actually. And the polar bear scaling is so good, and considering we have level 2 melon slice on everything, it's like we're medium across the board with solid equipment. So as long as they're not 50-50s that just plow through our team, it's really strong. And here we go. We take a crow. We take the Niala. I'm surprised I rearranged my order that way right now. And there it is, level 3. So we put this Niala in the front to guarantee we're going to get the trumpets. As long as we don't get sniped and they have a level 3 lionfish. Oh boy. This is kind of perfect. We should absorb a lot of these snipes. Look at that. I mean, that barely hurt us. And we get 1 trigger. I mean, it got us the dub. 1 HP. So yeah, this was a ton of fun. Let's hop into a bonus clip showing where we get melon slice on the whole team. All right, picking up this one on turn 7. 2 trophies, 4 hearts remaining. I'm going to pick it up here just because I'm going to show a quick pivot and then we're going to fast forward again. This run gets out of control, but if you can see, I set up the chipmunk and I had this blue dragon just sitting up front so I can get the 4 trumpets every turn. And I just put melon slices on stuff, put it on the chipmunk. I figure, look at that, 2 free melon slices in the shop. Unfortunately, they're only level 1 melon slices, but that's all I really cared about because I can override melon slices and get better ones. The main thing I wanted here was a melon slice on the Blue Footed Booby itself. Fine with it being level 1 because now we can worry about the rest of the team. And yeah, we'll watch this battle and then we're going to fast forward and you'll see the madness that ensued. Roll team super scary, but not when we have great abilities, equipment, and a little bit of scaling. Alright, we're fast forwarded now to turn 14. We have 6 trophies, 2 hearts remaining. If you see here, we have, let's see, level 2 melon slice, or 2 triggers. 2 triggers on everything, except obviously the steak on the sauropod, and the single level 1 melon slice on the Blue Footed Booby. But look at this, double cat sauropod. It's the food meta with a level 2 Niala, which is pretty awesome. Having that summon in the backline. So the whole team's protected, and I figured, yeah, this is great. We can override the steak now that this sauropod has great stats. Let's get the full melon slice squad. The only question is, can we get it over the line? Because it's turn 14, so we're entering the late game. The stats look pretty good though. But the peanut Oh my gosh, the peanut hippo. Look at that. We got through it. I was very surprised by that battle. And yeah, the cornucopias. I had starfruit in here as well. I didn't realize. I think it's perks only. And yeah, when you toss food like this with your cat sauropod setup, it's pretty much GG unless you run into like a, 50-50 shop scale team that just pivoted, or, behemoth monkey spam, whatever the new Leviathan team spirit is. Yeah, it's super strong and it felt good, and it just looks cool. All these little melon slices. God, those are just, the food builds are one of my favorite. Cat, originally my favorite unit in the game. I just spam turtle pack, try to get a bunch of cats and cows, and try to get my whole team to 50-50 before I won. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And look at the melon slices. I mean, it's just allowing for the perfect trades now that we're really big. And I probably should use, is it the porridge? But there's better food in here. And get a chicken leg so it can make the Niala 50-50. It's perfect. And we face another 50-50. Reduce HP. I would have preferred that mana to snipe so our melon slice could block it. And unfortunately that hits our cat. But we're getting good value off these melon slices. It's just very solid as long as you don't go like to turn 20 plus, the melon slice is very, very effective. So yeah, I think we have one more bonus clip. All right, picking this one up on turn 11, 5 trophies, 3 hearts remaining. I just wanted to mention this run right here is actually, you'll see it's not Blue Footed Booby. This was from my Spiny Bush Viper. It's just a really fun run I wanted to put at the end here, showing the experience build with the tadpole, clownfish, and just a really big high roll. You see turn 11, 2 chocolates. I'm going to level up this hatching chick right here. And I wanted to mention the 2 Blue Footed Booby runs you just saw. The first one did not have chipmunk in the pack. So the second run and the pack linked in the description is the one that includes chipmunk. And as always, my packs are never optimized fully, so if you really want to dedicate yourself to a certain build, I suggest combing through the pack or play a couple games and just make changes as you play every game. Go back to the menu, go back into the pack, switch a couple things out. I'm just trying to do a bunch of different stuff here. And yeah, we're going to ride off to the sunset, and I'm just going to let you enjoy all these stats going out in these fun battles with a very strong meta team. Because we get a poodle, we have a tier 2, a tier 3, a tier 4, a tier 5. The stats are perfect. The tadpole is really good, especially when you get it to level 3, because it gets 2 levels at the start of battle. You see here it gets 1 level, and then it gets clownfish buff. So it's very strong. Anyway, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Making our way to 800 subs. It surprises me every time I see it. I really do appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.